Screenings are coming first thing this morning to dump on the pad, and I'll spread that out with the skid steer. Now it's time to start taking equipment back over there to the pond site. When I left yesterday, I did take the D6 back over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the dump truck right now and drive it over there, then probably come back and get the excavator. And all the dump trucks leave. It's nice when all four come at one time. All right, well, so much for, I got the dump truck right there before they all showed up. So I'm gonna hop on the skid steer now, get that spread out, and it'll definitely look like a nice flat pad. Then you'll be able to really distinguish where it is when it's gray on top. And there we have it. There the top coat is spread out on top of it. Just put about 2.5 inches of screenings on top of that, just to kind of seal that clay off. Give them a nice pad to fine touch anything when concrete guys get here to do that. But I don't know if it's a metal building. I don't know if they do the concrete first or afterwards, but they'll come in here and dig it all up and make a mess of it. But at least right now it's got a nice smooth level base. So now I'm going to take the dozer. I already took the dump truck back over there to the pond site. I'm going to take the dozer over there and see what I can finish blading out the head section, and then probably go ahead and start cutting some of that head section out and piling it up and moving it to wherever it needs to go. So I'm back here in the head section of the pond, and what I'm going to work on today is get these two burn piles here cleaned up, that pile of roots and everything, and kind of get it filled into this low area. And if I have time, go in there with the excavator, maybe start cutting some of that out, transferring it over so it'll stack up and dry a little bit. And then I'd like to try to start hauling some of that up here, and then maybe cut some of that side out over there and come up that side over there to kind of start filling in and raising that up a little bit. Mark, that's my buddy from the previous. I can't believe it was in this pile of ashes. Just don't get in the equipment. Life will be okay for you. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Head this way, please. Thank you. Off to the field. Off to the field. You're not a very bright one, are you? Well, I feel like slight victory. I got probably another half of that head section up there raked out with the dozer. Kind of got those piles knocked down. It's still super wet up there, but making more and more progress. Just got that little bit right in there that's a little bit still too wet to work with. But push that pile up, got this pile spread out, that dirt knocked down. A lot of this dirt's going to be cut out right here and then put into this hillside to fill that in. What I think I'm going to do after lunch is come back over here, go up there and get that excavator, come down here and start cutting out some of that area right in there, kind of working my way back up here and around, putting it in the dump truck and backing up there and dumping it out. And I think what I can do is kind of start filling that in, and that'll kind of help bridge across that to make that a little bit more usable up there. Then just kind of get at the end a more central ditch in there that may just have to be mowed with the mini or something. I don't know. Have to figure it out. All right, so I'm going to attempt to haul the first load out of the pond up here. So the head section comes up here where the excavator is, curves around right there behind the bucket and comes back. So all this has to be dug out and moved up here. I do not know how well the ground is going to support a 90,000 pound truck here, but we're fixing to find out. I'll have to do some outdoor camera shots. I left my cab mount inside the truck, which is way up there, and I'll probably end up walking back up there, but right now I don't feel like walking back up there, so I'll get some outdoor shots. So I checked it with the grade control on the excavator. From water level flag right there to bottom of the ditch is about 6.5 feet. So we're really just shooting for a good 4 to 5 feet along the edge line here to kind of keep it enough depth, just because it's so much dirt that would have to be moved to make it a good deep hole. Plus it's going to be 20 feet deep down there. Just trying to get this cut out, and I'm going to load and back up there and see how well that works, taking the dirt to the head section up there and dumping it out up there. Well, so far so good on the first load. Looks like the ground, as long as I stay up top, is supporting the weight of the truck. So I'm kind of backing down right beside the wheat field and dumping a row out. The stuff being up here on top of the hill in a pile should kind of start drying out, so I can let it sit for a little while and then probably be able to work it with the dozer a little bit more. Little soft spot right there, but shouldn't be too big of a problem. So I'm just going to kind of sit here and dump a row all the way down. That'll give me enough dirt to kind of blend into this field here and raise this up a little bit and be a good place to get rid of a lot of dirt. So not a whole lot left that I haven't been able to get on with the dozer. So like I said, a little victory, a little bit here and there. So I'm just going to kind of work on this afternoon and see how much I can get done. So I want to show you real quick how the grade control is kind of helping me easily dig this. Well, I've kind of already, I'm parked behind the flag, but I can still show you here real quick. All right, let me dump that out. Swing over here. So there's a flag literally right here beside the back tire there. I parked too far backwards. But that's like water level right there. So what you do is you put your bucket down right there and zero out. I've already checked it, so see that's right there at 0. So for easily digging, let's not hit the truck here. I can zero out and then come over here and boom down to my cut. We're shooting for a good 5 feet right here, and I'm at 5 feet, 5.5 feet, a little over 5.5 feet right there to where I'm digging. So that just allows me to easily kind of use the machine to keep my grade check and make sure that the depth is where it needs to be. Pond's coming along nicely. Got a nice little cut made there. Water level is about right there where the tires are, so I'll make a cut right here and then come back and pull that slope in. You can see that layer of sand in there, and then it gets to that clay. That's why all this stays so saturated, is it can't leak down through that clay, which is a great pond bottom, but you can see it oozing out right there. So this is definitely a good spot for a pond. So I got to dig back all the way to that flag. I got a lot dumped right here. I'm actually going to take this around and see how well path holds up, well, there is no path really, over here. So going to turn. It does not turn very well in 6-wheel drive. We're going though. So as you can tell, I have dumped a lot right here to fill this in, and I want to dump some along that edge over here to kind of push out across to fill that in some, given the truck will drive over here. So I'm going to go up here to where I haven't touched it, and hopefully this is solid enough to hold the truck up. We're going for it. So far so good. Now that's wet right there. I'm going to kind of back over here off to the edge and dump a row out. Just kind of see what it does. This stuff's pretty sandy once it does dry out. It's leaning pretty good, but I think that's all right. Dump some of this over here. That stuff was wet, so it just came out in a giant cow pie. And I'll dump a row all the way down here and just try to keep spreading it out, and maybe I can add enough over here to raise this up to be able to grade it out like this right here. All right, so I ended up getting 30 loads out of there this afternoon. I just raised the bed up and scratched a little bit of dirt out. Still had a little bit of clay in there from the pad that was stuck in there. I got that raked out and let the afternoon sun kind of dry that out this evening, and maybe it won't stick so bad in the morning. It's pretty much sand, but it's got just enough clay in it where it sticks in there. So I mean, you think about it, that much stuck in the bed every load, that's a bucket full. At the end of the day, that can end up to right many truckloads. So I'll come back tomorrow and work on getting this cut out to where I stop right there, get this slope put in here. Then I can just kind of pull this back and just fling it over here with the excavator, cut that out, lay all that back, and then that right in there can go in the truck, and then go up there and start filling all that in up there with the dirt. That's gonna have to get laid over one more time. I don't think I can get the truck close enough to load it, but we shall see, we shall see. I'll get this cut out, just trying to get all my dirt worked from, you know, over here. I kind of knew exactly where all the wet spots were, where the truck would get stuck or not, and kind of put the dirt where I wanted it to, and just kind of work on that here and there, and kind of get this head section dug out, and kind of make my way down there to the pond dam before starting on that.